to another video. FanWing Fest 2026 is almost over, with Tui having attended the penultimate spot this weekend. And this event absolutely did not disappoint. Oh my goodness. We got our first ever look at the graphic novel cover for Darkness of Dragons, as well as lots of super interesting details on Book 17 and the storylines that lie beyond. You're going to want to watch until the end for this, because I even have an exclusive piece of news to share. We're being fed, FanWings. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Dev95, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, Pancake, Escarada, Adequin, Alice Cleaver, Moonclaw, Isaac, Microdress9, Pantala Resident, Trez the Furwing, Crystal, Phantom the Dragon, TurtleTheSeawing, Wolfyez, and Mistyy. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. As I mentioned in the intro, we finally got to see what the cover of the Darkness of Dragons graphic novel will look like. And it is awesome! Just like with the main book's illustration, 𝙈𝙤𝙍𝙬 is front and center in the lost city of Night. This was the original home of the Midnight Tribe before Darkstalker killed Arctic. Now, it's in ruins, despite the Animus trying to get the Nightwings to reclaim it as their kingdom. Mike Holmes is of course back, and he did such a good job with this cover. I'm literally obsessed with the colors. We see 𝙈𝙬𝙍𝙬's apprehension or worry as he peers through a doorway, mountains directly behind him. The setting is the very end of a sunset, leading into the night. I think that's such a cool time of day to place this cover at. It's symbolic too, because this is the end of an arc, and Darkstalker's reign. One thing I love about the graphic novel covers is just how much emotion they convey. The traditional ones for the main series books are outstanding, but they don't always reveal as much about the protagonist's feelings and headspace as these do. It's a nice addition that sets them apart. 𝙈𝙬𝙍𝙬 stands out, bright and yellow, against the dark blues. I love it! Mike Holmes was the guest at the Arizona FanWing Fest, and confirmed that he finished the Book 10 graphic novel earlier on in the year. So, that means Mike Holmes is either working on the adaptations of Arc 3 already, or is going to soon. Man, I can't wait for how we'll tackle Pantala. We're finally almost there. As typical for the graphic novels, Darkness of Dragons is set for release of December 29th, 2026. And Mike Holmes confirmed that those Icewing versus Nightwing battle scenes are going to span multiple full pages. We are ready. For those still hesitant on Kinkajou as the POV of Book 17, don't worry. The preview shared at the previous FanWing Fest is honestly just great, but Tui still has more to ease your concerns. She clarified during her panel that there is much left to tell with Kinkajou, and we're going to be learning some new things about this dragonette. That's what I've been hoping for, and you can check out more of what I desire from this Arc 4 book in one of my recent videos. There are some layers to Kinkajou. Ever since Moon's vision in the second arc, readers have been wondering if Firefly is ever going to hatch and become a part of these books. She's the possible daughter of Glory and Deathbringer in some potential futures. Tui talked about it today. She made sure to mention that Glory is way too busy to be with Deathbringer right now, so if this hybrid ends up existing, it won't be until very long down the line. Like, not until after Bumblebee, Clef, and Peacemaker get their own novels. Tui is really setting up this next generation storyline, and with Firefly being mentioned in the POV or timeline context, she definitely has lots of plans for WAF after Arc 4. I do think Firefly would be an interesting character to explore, but saving her for the future is a good idea, if she even ends up existing. And on the topic of Book 17, fans were of course wondering if we're going to be getting any new tribes, especially after the addition of the Wildwings and Sharpwings. So while Tui said the answer is more than likely going to be a no for now, there will be a character we get to see who's unlike anybody we've gotten before. Very interesting. I wonder if this is going to be an all-wing, like what Harmony and the Bad Egg seemingly are, or if there's something else happening here. And it's time for some more exciting news to close this video with. I have it on good authority that a FanWing Fest 2027 is planned. Where it'll happen and exactly when is unknown, but it is expected to occur again next year. So, if you missed any of these spots in this year or the last, don't worry. Your chance is coming. The showrunner of the Wings of Fire TV show, Aaron Waltke, is also hoping to attend next year's fest. Thank you to him and Dragon Sheep Studios for this information. I wonder if that means we could get a big TV show update in 2027. Maybe. But let's shift this video. What are your thoughts on the Darkness of Dragons graphic novel cover? And is it a worthy way to close out the second arc? It reminds me of the book 7-1 in the best way possible. It's like a parallel almost. How might this mystery character in the next book be entirely different than what we know? Let me know down below. Thanks for your support on my recent map trailer. Go check that video out to get a sneak peek of my massive animated Wings of Fire music project that's soaring onto your YouTube screens June 12th. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!